Hello and welcome to Warblock. Today we're looking at the Madagascar Uprising, or the Malagasy Uprising, Madagascar, Africa, 1947. Essentially, it was an uprising by nationalists, and I don't want to go too much into sort of the factions and the bits and pieces, but they sort of capture the French on the hop. As you can see, we've got irregular units and just police units in defence. Everything could be an objective, but I sort of haven't done it that way, but there are objectives sort of here and there. Basically, there's a lot of support from peasants in the south. The strongholds for the for the actual the nationalists are in the east, in the rainforests along here. This little place here is a it's the last stronghold. Basically, we'll just give a bit of. This is the last rebel stronghold named Tiezombazaha, which means that which is inaccessible to Europeans, fell in September 48. So this is over by December 48, but that's still, it starts off March 47, so that's still sort of a year and a half. Essentially, as you can maybe imagine, the rebels sort of get a bit of initiative, but the French slowly build up and start. I don't know where they arrive, but I'm sort of putting out everything into this town, which I think is the capital there. Well, I might be wrong. I don't know where it is, but they all arrive in there. Maybe I'll have to change that, but they slowly build up, and obviously the arms, the numbers, and the quality is superior. The only thing to sort of say is, I mean, there are 2,000 rebels, or 2,000 nationalists, which isn't actually a lot. There's only about a total of 10 companies. I put in about a few more because I wanted to sort of put something in here. But there are 1 million peasants. And, well, the thing is that they're only sort of armed with muskets and spears. I mean, some of them have guns. But the thing that strikes me about this sort of simulation of this is just the overwhelming mass of peasants. And the game's not really designed to sort of reflect the full year and a half of the campaign, but it goes up to about turn 30 with just sort of regular peasants and reinforcements appearing on either side. I think eventually the French, it should be quite clear, they're going to sort of overwhelm the nationalists and the peasant supporters. But looking at the Wikipedia, I mean, the losses, the French had 30,000 troops, basically, and the nationalists had 2,000. But the actual, well, the French lost 590 killed. They lost 590 French nationals, so they lost 350 soldiers in this. And the nationalists, or the Madagascan people, lost essentially, well, between 10,000 and 89,000 people. The quasi-medium estimate, according to Wikipedia, is between 30 and 40,000 people. So the French lost 350, and the nationalists lost 35,000. So that should give you an idea of what was happening. The French also sort of noted for their war crimes, essentially burning villages, executions, rape, throwing people out of airplanes, and communal punishment. And I found the communal punishment one of the strangest, because this is only a few years after the Second World War, which, of course, the Germans were renowned for in France. For every time a French partisan would be arrested, they would arrest and punish and often shoot their whole family, which is collective punishment. And you would have thought that the French might have you know, sort of been a bit more sensitive to that kind of activity, but it's got nothing to do with the fact that Germans were Germans. I mean, people are people, and when they're in situations like this, they find it quite easy to burn villages down, rape the women, throw people out of airplanes. You know, 2 years after being saved. I'm not trying to criticise the French, but you know, that's what it says. It also says that, you know, they didn't do very well in Tunisia as well, or wherever I can never remember where it is, the northern African states. Not trying to attack the French on this, it's what it says in Wikipedia. You know, I mean, this was a long time ago. So, but anyway, so this is sort of the background. So I'm going to just sort of jump in and play it. I'm not going to sort of develop a strategy as much as I like to from time to time. Anyone's watching a few of these videos, mainly because I don't think there is a strategy. It's not a military thing like that. And what I'd like to do by sort of jumping into it is to really get to grips with the that was stupid. Oh well, I'll be able to attack next turn. Really get to grips with the way the sort of scale of this works. I mean, I'm only going to be able to do one attack, but hopefully I should win because I should be at 5-2. An exchange. I could have won that, a 2-1. Right, so there's only police though, and the police are not going to fight back because they'll be at 1-2. However, do these police come and help these or not? So there's not much to do on the first turn for the French. So it's back to these guys, and they're going to attack this time. The second 12 that I've got. Let's see whether we can do anything better over here. An exchange again, but they should have recovered, so they'll be on 1. They're on a 2. So the revolution isn't going very well. Right, so they've now got some troops together, which is convenient for the French. So they've got a company of troops, and they don't have any more movement. So they're going to head down into Fien Arantosoa, and but these are peasants. We have a few more of these guys now, so oh, I know. No, it's still the French turn. So I've moved there, but nothing else is going to do anything, and so now we end the turn. So we've got irregulars, and these guys are going to move down here to take this place. I still want to actually start. I don't know why we're attacking here, but we should gain the upper hand here now. Police units are now no longer really able to hold their own. They're both engaged in combat, so they can't move in there this turn. So they've just now lost 2 police units. They can't move in there because it's all jungle terrain. And he's moved. So right, so we have another military unit there. So this guy is going to come in here. We should have maybe moved into there last turn. It's going to be a bit tougher now. I think this is the railway line. They also start attacking a lot of that. Let's see what we can do with these guys. try and protect our interests around here. I've no idea how this will work out, and I'm not going to play much more than 15 minutes, so let's end the turn. Start taking out our first objective. We're going to take out this objective and this. Possibly come down here to help with that. We've got an attack here, so we're now going to attack the military. 6-1 and a DE. So they don't really stand a chance. Okay, so it's now the French. There's some more military units here. They're going to hold. They're going to move forward and try and protect the railway from here. I don't think they can attack into there. There's no. That's a bit tight. These police units are all sort of thankful that they don't have to be called to the front. So he's moved. So now it's the Nationalists. So you can see that this stronghold here and here are sort of where they're all rallying and grouping together. This guy is busy basically capturing this place here. Let's see whether we can. Oh, we want to take that place as well. Let's use some of these units here to speed this up. Also start speeding these two objectives up. 4 minutes left, and let's see what we can do here. Another DE. So the military are really not doing very well at all, and we're managing to capture quite a lot of the country. So the French now possibly finding it maybe not worth moving troops out of the city to get minced again and again. So they're holding on again. And we haven't captured anything yet, but we're on the way to it. Move some of these units into here. We can start taking this place out, which I haven't even started yet. Maybe start marching towards here. I definitely want to start marching up this way. Any movement left? Yes. Oh, look at that. DR. So they're taking that place. We're moving on to here. Police have been ousted. And go for the railway line there. Stay here taking. Oh, we're going to move one unit and start moving him across here. And let's move him over here and push him here. Okay, and in that turn. Okay, I'm not going to do any more. I think you get the idea. Basically, I think it's quite balanced at the moment. The French will start to get some pretty hefty units on, so it's a case of sort of like how much can they hold on and not lose before they start to gain the military advantage. But there you go. I'll speak to you later. Cheers, mate.